Most people think canned food means survival insurance. They're wrong. Dead wrong. The average household wastes $400 every year on canned foods that expire faster than fresh produce. And some are ticking time bombs that could leave you sicker than having no food at all. When the next supply chain collapse hits, and experts say it's not if, but when, your family's survival depends on what's stacked in your pantry right now. One wrong choice could mean the difference between thriving through a crisis and becoming another casualty. Today we're exposing 7 canned foods that seem like smart stockpile choices, but will betray you when you need them most. Stay until number 2. This popular breakfast staple shocked me when I discovered how quickly it turns deadly. Plus, I'll reveal the 2 canned foods that literally saved families during the last major crisis. Let's start with the canned food that's sitting in 90% of American pantries right now, and why it could kill you. 1. Canned tomato products with high acid content. Canned tomatoes corrode their containers from the inside out, creating microscopic holes that let bacteria flood in after just 18 months. The high acid content, nearly twice that of most vegetables, eats through the protective lining inside the can, exposing the raw metal beneath. Here's what manufacturers don't tell you. That metallic taste isn't just unpleasant. It's your first warning sign that the can is compromised. Once acid reaches the steel, it creates the perfect breeding ground for botulism, the same toxin that kills within hours. If you see any rust spots, dents near the seams, or that telltale metallic flavor, that can is already contaminated. Even a pinhole invisible to your naked eye lets deadly bacteria colonize your food supply. The storage hack that could save your life. Rotate tomato products every 12 months, not the printed expiration date. Store them upside down so acid settles away from the seal. At $1.50 per can, spoiled tomatoes aren't just a health risk. They're bleeding your emergency budget dry. 2. Canned fruit in heavy syrup. Canned peaches, pears, and cocktail fruit packed in heavy syrup become sugar bombs that spike your blood glucose to dangerous levels during stress, exactly when your body can't handle it. But here's the killer. That syrup isn't just sugar. It's a preservative cocktail that breaks down into toxic compounds after 2 years. The syrup contains high fructose corn syrup mixed with citric acid and artificial preservatives. When these compounds interact over time, they form aldehydes, the same chemicals found in embalming fluid. If the syrup looks cloudy, has separated, or tastes overly sweet with a chemical aftertaste, those aldehydes are already forming. Your kidneys can't process these toxins during a crisis when you're dehydrated and stressed. Smart families switch to fruit packed in natural juice or water. Same nutrition, none of the chemical time bombs. Check the ingredient list. If you see more than 3 ingredients, walk away. During the 2021 Texas freeze, families who relied on syrup-packed fruit reported severe digestive issues that left them weaker when they needed strength most. 3. Canned soup with high sodium content. Most canned soups pack 900 to 1,200 milligrams of sodium per serving. That's half your daily limit in one bowl, and it could kill you during a crisis. When you're stressed, dehydrated, or rationing water, that sodium becomes a silent assassin that spikes your blood pressure and triggers cardiac events. The sodium isn't just for flavor. It's a cheap preservative that food companies use instead of proper canning techniques. But your kidneys need extra water to process that salt load, water you might not have during an emergency. If you're eating canned soup daily during a crisis, you're consuming 3,600 milligrams of sodium, enough to cause hypertension, kidney failure, and stroke in healthy adults. Add dehydration stress, and you're looking at a medical emergency when hospitals aren't available. The survival hack: dilute high-sodium soups with equal parts water and add fresh or dried herbs for flavor. Better yet, choose low-sodium versions that contain under 400 milligrams per serving. 1 can of regular chicken noodle soup requires 32 ounces of water for your kidneys to process safely. That's your entire daily water ration gone. 4. Canned meat with fillers and preservatives. Canned meat products loaded with fillers like soy protein, wheat gluten, and chemical preservatives become nutritional landmines that provide empty calories when you need maximum protein. Worse, these fillers mask spoilage signs and hide dangerous bacteria growth. The preservatives? sodium nitrate, sodium nitrite, and BHA break down into nitrosamines over time, compounds linked to cancer and liver damage. But during a survival situation, these chemicals also interfere with your body's ability to absorb iron and B vitamins from the actual meat. If canned meat has a slimy texture, off-color appearance, or that processed lunch meat smell, the fillers are already breaking down and releasing toxic compounds. Real meat should look like meat, not pink paste. The storage reality. Meat with fillers spoils 40% faster than pure canned meat because bacteria feed on those cheap protein substitutes first. Choose canned meat with one ingredient on the label, just the meat and salt. You'll pay 30% more upfront but get twice the protein and none of the health risks. 5. Canned vegetables with added sugar. Canned corn, carrots, and green beans with added sugar aren't just empty calories. They're blood sugar roller coasters that crash your energy when survival demands peak performance. But the real danger lies in how that added sugar feeds harmful bacteria if the can seal fails. Added sugars, high fructose corn syrup, dextrose, and sucrose, create the perfect breeding ground for botulism and E. coli if even microscopic amounts of outside air enter the can. Natural vegetable sugars are stable. Artificial sugars become bacterial fuel. The science is brutal. Bacteria multiply 1,000 times faster in sugar-rich environments. One tiny puncture in a sweetened vegetable can turn your food supply into a biological weapon within 48 hours. If sweetened canned vegetables taste overly sugary, have a fermented smell, or show any signs of bloating, that's active bacterial fermentation. Consuming it could trigger severe food poisoning when medical help isn't available. The survival standard: vegetables packed in water or their natural juices only. Read every label. Corn shouldn't contain corn syrup, and carrots don't need dextrose to taste good. Fresh vegetables last days. Properly canned vegetables without added sugar last decades. 6. Canned fish in vegetable oil. Canned tuna, salmon, and sardines packed in vegetable oil become rancid faster than most people realize. And rancid oil doesn't just taste bad, it triggers severe digestive distress and blocks your body from absorbing the omega-3 fatty acids you desperately need during stress. Vegetable oils used in canning, soybean, sunflower, and safflower oil, oxidize rapidly when exposed to the trace metals naturally present in fish. This creates harmful free radicals that damage your liver and immune system. The telltale signs of rancid oil: a bitter metallic taste, cloudy appearance, or that unmistakable smell of old cooking oil. Once oil goes rancid, the entire can becomes toxic, not just inedible. Here's what shocked me. Fish packed in vegetable oil loses 60% of its beneficial omega-3 fatty acids within the first year as the oil breaks them down chemically. The survival choice: fish packed in water retains full nutritional value for up to 5 years and won't poison you with rancid oil. Spring water is best, but any water beats vegetable oil. During the 2020 supply shortages, families who relied on oil-packed fish reported widespread stomach illness that weakened their immunity exactly when they needed it most. 7. Canned pasta and ready-to-eat meals. Canned ravioli, spaghetti, and complete meal solutions are nutritional disasters wrapped in convenience packaging. They combine the worst aspects of every category we've covered: high sodium, added sugars, chemical preservatives, and artificial fillers that provide calories without nutrition. But here's the survival killer. These products are designed for immediate consumption, not long-term storage. The complex mix of ingredients creates unstable chemical reactions that accelerate spoilage and produce toxic compounds after 18 months. The pasta becomes mushy because it continues absorbing liquid inside the can, creating the perfect environment for anaerobic bacteria. The sauce separates and develops compounds that stress your digestive system when you can't afford to be sick. If canned pasta smells overly sweet, has separated liquid, or tastes metallic, those are active bacterial processes breaking down multiple ingredients simultaneously. The reality check: one serving of canned ravioli contains less protein than a single egg and enough sodium to require 2 full glasses of water for processing. Real survival food stores separately and combines when needed: canned meat, canned vegetables, and dry pasta that you control and prepare safely. Now that you know which canned foods will betray you, let me show you the two that have literally kept families alive through the worst crises. These aren't just safe, they're nutritional powerhouses that get stronger with age. The first one saved an entire community during a 6-month siege, and you can find it in any grocery store for under $2. 1. Canned wild-caught salmon. Canned wild-caught salmon packed in water is the single most complete survival food in existence. One 3.5-ounce serving delivers 22 grams of complete protein, 1,200 milligrams of omega-3 fatty acids, and essential B vitamins that your body craves during high-stress survival situations. Unlike farm-raised salmon, wild-caught fish contains no artificial antibiotics, growth hormones, or synthetic feed chemicals that break down over time. The natural oils remain stable for up to 7 years, actually developing richer flavors as the fish continues aging in the can. The canning process for wild salmon uses only heat and pressure, no chemical preservatives needed. This means the nutritional profile remains unchanged for decades, giving you restaurant-quality protein when fresh food is just a memory. Here's the survival science. Salmon provides all 9 essential amino acids your body can't produce on its own. During crisis stress, your body burns through these amino acids 300% faster than normal. Without them, you experience muscle wasting, immune system collapse, and cognitive decline. The storage hack that multiplies shelf life. Wild salmon cans have thick walls and superior seals designed for the harsh conditions of fishing vessels. They routinely survive temperature extremes that destroy other canned foods. Smart preppers know that 1 case of canned wild salmon provides the same complete protein as 50 pounds of fresh fish. And it never needs refrigeration. During the 1992 Hurricane Andrew aftermath, families with canned salmon maintained their strength and health while neighbors eating processed canned foods suffered malnutrition and illness. 2. Canned white beans, navy or cannellini. Canned white beans are the ultimate survival carbohydrate that most people completely overlook. 1 cup provides 15 grams of plant-based protein, 12 grams of fiber, and complex carbohydrates that fuel your body for hours without the blood sugar spikes that drain your energy. But here's what makes beans truly special for survival. They're one of the few foods that actually improve nutritionally during storage. The complex starches break down into more digestible forms, and the fiber becomes more bioavailable for your gut health. The canning liquid isn't waste. It's liquid gold packed with B vitamins, minerals, and soluble fiber that your body desperately needs during stress. That thick, cloudy liquid contains the same nutrients that kept ancient civilizations alive through famines. White beans stored in their original liquid maintain full nutritional value for up to 10 years. The natural enzymes continue working inside the can, pre-digesting complex proteins and making them easier for your stressed digestive system to process. The survival combination that changes everything. Canned salmon plus canned white beans creates a complete amino acid profile that rivals any fresh meal. Together, they provide sustained energy, muscle-building protein, and the fiber that keeps your digestive system functioning when stress tries to shut it down. Here's the economic reality. 2 cans of white beans cost less than 1 fast food meal, but provide enough complex nutrition to fuel an active adult for an entire day. The storage secret: beans packed in water with no added salt or preservatives last longest. Look for the simple ingredient list. White beans, water, salt. Nothing else needed. During the 2021 Texas winter storm, families who combined canned beans with small amounts of canned fish reported feeling stronger and more energetic than neighbors eating processed convenience foods. Proper storage principles. Now that you know which canned foods to trust and which to avoid, let me share the storage principles that turn good food into survival gold. Temperature kills more canned food than time. Store your survival cans below 70 degrees Fahrenheit whenever possible. Humidity is the silent destroyer that causes rust and seal failure. Use desiccant packets or dry rice in storage containers to absorb moisture that could compromise your food supply over years. The rotation system that saves lives. Label every can with purchase date using permanent marker. Use oldest first, but don't panic if something goes past the printed date. Properly stored canned food often outlasts those conservative estimates by decades. Inspect cans quarterly for rust spots, dents, or swelling. One compromised can contaminate nearby cans through rust transfer or attract pests that destroy entire food supplies. The storage location that most people get wrong. Avoid temperature extremes like garages, attics, or basement walls that freeze. Constant cool temperatures beat perfect temperatures that fluctuate wildly. Smart families store their survival canned foods in interior closets, under stairs, or in insulated pantries where temperatures stay stable year-round. Signs of compromised canned food. Learning to identify compromised canned food could literally save your life when medical help isn't available. Swollen or bulging cans indicate active bacterial growth. Never consume anything from a bulging can, even if it smells normal. Rust spots around the seams suggest microscopic holes that allow bacteria to enter. Surface rust on the outside isn't dangerous, but rust near where the can opens indicates seal failure. The smell test that everyone needs to know. Properly canned food should smell like the food itself when opened. Sweet, fermented, or off odors indicate bacterial activity. Trust your nose. It evolved to detect spoiled food. Visual signs of spoilage include cloudy liquids that should be clear, color changes in the food itself, or any signs of mold. These indicate the can seal failed and outside contamination occurred. The sound test that professionals use: tap the can with a spoon. Properly sealed cans produce a sharp metallic ring. Dull or hollow sounds suggest the can lost its vacuum seal and may be compromised. Important recommendations. Your family's survival depends on the choices you make today in your pantry. Those 7 canned foods we exposed aren't just poor nutrition, they're potential health hazards that could leave you weaker when you need maximum strength. Remember the 2 foods that truly deliver. Wild-caught salmon provides complete protein and healthy fats that support your body during stress. White beans offer complex carbohydrates and fiber that sustain energy without blood sugar crashes. The investment in quality survival food isn't just about emergency preparedness. It's about ensuring your family maintains health and strength no matter what challenges arise. Every dollar spent on proper food storage could save hundreds in medical costs and lost productivity during crises. Start your transition today. Replace one problematic canned food with one quality option each time you shop. Within 6 months, you'll have transformed your emergency food supply from a collection of potential hazards into a nutritional foundation that could save your family's life. The next crisis is coming. Supply chain experts, climate scientists, and security analysts all agree. The question isn't whether you'll need your emergency food supply, but whether that supply will strengthen your family or weaken them when they need it most. Don't wait for empty shelves to realize you've been storing the wrong foods. Take action now, while quality options are still available and affordable. With these 2 nutritional powerhouses and the knowledge to avoid those 7 dangerous options, your family now has the foundation for surviving any crisis stronger than when it started. You're not just prepared, you're empowered. Your preparedness journey helps others too. Share this information with someone who needs to know which foods will truly support their family during tough times. Together, we build communities that thrive instead of just survive. Until next time, stay prepared, stay strong, and remember, the best time to prepare was yesterday. The second best time is right now.